Why are we so afraid to feel the feels, to feel the feelings, to feel anger, to feel hate, to feel nervous, to feel vulnerable, to feel any kind of feelings? We're fine feeling happy, feeling, compassion, feeling the beautiful things. But the moment it's the dark feelings, we don't want them. We want to push them away. Who of you out there, beautiful souls, ADHDers, empaths, or both like me, who of you guys out there have heard the sentences, stop crying? Or, why are you so angry? Stop being angry. Or let me think of the beautiful sentences that I've had. Like, you don't have to cry because of one of my favorites in my family is, why are you crying? That wasn't on purpose. Why are you crying? That person didn't do it on purpose. And this is actually one of the sentences that I now dislike very much, because I know that because of hearing that sentence, I've always been trying to find excuses for everybody else's being angry, being mad, being, having a bad day. But what about myself? Why can't I have a bad day? Why can't I be angry? Why can't I be that? Because we were taught not to feel those feelings. We were taught to be quiet. We were taught to not make a mess, to not be a burden. You can't say there's something, like even when you're sick, you're feeling sick and but you're afraid to even express that because you might be a burden to someone. So we can't be angry because anger is a bad feeling. Ooh. And that's actually one of those things that I love about being an empath, because we learn to not want to feel that because we have very high morals. And I think the ADHD, that's actually both parts, the ADHD and the empath, both have hugely high morals. I can't be angry right now. I'm going to find an excuse why I'm not allowed to be angry at that person right now. You know what that does? We gaslight ourselves. So while we might be sad that other people gaslight us, we are the first perpetrators in that case, because we're the ones telling ourselves that we're not allowed to feel the feels. And because we never learned to do that, that's when we become afraid of those feelings and we don't want to feel them. And one of the things that really saved me, that helped me understand myself, that helped me understand everything about energies, that helped me understand my ADHD, that helped me understand me being an empath, was that I started allowing myself. And this is like before everything. One of the very first things that I learned, to feel the feels. Allow yourself to feel the feelings. Don't judge yourself for them. Be the observer and allow yourself to feel the feelings. Create a safe space. Always create a safe space for yourself where you're allowed, where you can feel the feelings and give yourself grace and time to feel them. I'm telling you, 50% of the problems and of the trouble that come with it are gone after you allow yourself to feel the feelings. Why? You know how it is with little kids when they want your attention? And what happens if you don't give them attention? They become louder, right? And that's what happens with feelings that we suppress, that we pull back, that we hide. This is what happens to them. They become louder. And so loud in a way that it starts hurting ourselves. That's the baggage that we all talk about. They become baggage, they become loud, and they become horrible. And if we don't watch out, they might even become an illness, a physical illness. So the best thing that we can do for ourselves, to heal our body, is to become observers of our feelings. And the other 50%, that's a deeper conversation. I suggest those are the deeper things where you should, find support, with a coach like me or someone else that you feel comfortable to become vulnerable with and to look at those 50%. But I'm telling you, 50% of bad and negative emotions will leave if you allow them to be felt. So ask yourself, what emotions haven't you allowed yourself to feel lately?